Look, I know when a rookie isn't performing in year 1 or year 2, it's pretty easy to slap a bust label on him. But sometimes, guys, you just need to stay patient. It's gonna take a couple of years for some of these guys to really pop off. Let me tell you, that patience is gonna be rewarded. It's easy for football scouts, coaches, and fans to get frustrated with certain players who aren't quite progressing as quickly as they'd like. But not every NFL star went off as a rookie like Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Nick Bosa, or Justin Jefferson. As annoying as it can be, sometimes you just need to take a step back, breathe, and be patient with the development of a specific player. Here are 10 young NFL players that haven't developed as much as many had hoped, but who do require patience anyway. And a big shout out to Lambert581 for suggesting this video. Trevor Lawrence. T-Law was hyped as a generational prospect, so it's understandable that the Jacksonville Jaguars were hoping for more through his first 2 seasons. But not every can't-miss QB prospect can go off as a rookie like Andrew Luck did in 2012. Don't forget the Hall of Famers and 2-time Super Bowl champs Peyton Manning and John Elway also had brutal rookie years before growing into the legends we all know today. Lawrence deserves zero blame for the awfulness that was Urban Meyer in his rookie year. The first overall pick of 2021 has shown far more potential in Doug Peterson's offense, with Christian Kirk and a healthy Travis Etienne Jr. making huge differences. Not every quarterback will enter superstar territory by their second season. The likes of Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Lamar Jackson set the bar for young QBs awfully high. But we have seen steady progress from Lawrence here, and the Jaguars haven't even given him the best possible supporting cast. 2023 will be the year for the front office to be extra aggressive in upgrading the offensive line and weaponry around the Clemson product. So, take a deep breath, Jaguars fans. Lawrence is going to be a megastar very soon. He didn't make the jump as many had hoped in year 2, but he'll hit elite territory within a couple of years. Just relax. Mac Jones. The number 15 pick of the 2021 NFL Draft had a superb rookie year, completing 67.6% of his pass attempts for 3,801 yards and 22 touchdowns against 13 interceptions. Jones helped the Patriots finish 10-7 en route to a wild-card appearance, though they were humiliated there by the Buffalo Bills. If Jones could take the Patriots to the playoffs in year 1, imagine what he could do as a sophomore. Oops. Yeah, Jones missed 3 games with an ankle injury, and rookie Bailey Zappi actually looked a lot better than the Alabama product in the 2 games he started. Many are calling for Bill Belichick to hand the starting keys to Zappi, but the hooded genius is doing the right thing by sticking with Jones, plain and simple. It's not Jones' fault that Belichick hired 2 failed head coaches and Matt Patricia and Joe Judge to run the offense. It's not Jones' fault the offensive line went from great to horrible in 1 year. It's not his fault either he doesn't have a Pro Bowl level pass catcher. Belichick needs to realize his mistake and cut ties with Patricia and Judge this offseason, or at least assign them to other roles. Add a couple more pieces on offense in the offseason, and Jones should look a lot more like the poised and confident rookie we saw in 2021. Don't give up on this guy after 1 up-and-down year, Patriots fans. You're smarter than that. Jerry Jeudy. The Denver Broncos drafted the Alabama wideout 15th overall in 2020. He was supposed to form a scary-good 1-2 pass-catching duo alongside Courtland Sutton, but that hasn't happened after 3 years. Jeudy had a solid rookie stat line in 2020, 52 catches for 856 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he fumbled twice and also struggled with drops. He missed 7 games to injury in 2021, but failed to record a single touchdown in the 10 contests he did suit up for. The trade for Seattle Seahawks superstar quarterback Russell Wilson was supposed to take this Denver offense to a whole new level. But boy, has that been a disaster. Everyone knows about that though. We don't need to go too much into it. The main reason we don't want to give up on Jeudy, or Russ in Denver for that matter, well, Nathaniel Hackett will be replaced by a more qualified head coach. Let's see what Jeudy can do with a proven and real offensive-minded genius before Broncos fans deem him a bust. We still think it's too early to give up on this guy, given his tremendous all-around skill set. Give it 1 more year, Denver fans, before you jump to conclusions on Jeudy. Patrick Queen. The LSU product and 2019 national champion greatly struggled over his first 2 seasons. His Pro Football Focus grades for 2020 and 2021 were well below 50, suggesting that he was doing a lot more harm than good on the field. You Baltimore Ravens fans may not have noticed it, but Queen has actually been an above-average starter here in 2022. He's gotten more playing time in year 3, and Queen has been producing more under first-year defensive coordinator Mike McDonald. He is doing a much better job finishing his tackles. His pass rushing numbers and ball hawking skills have really really started to come around too. Queen has gotten better just about everywhere, so Ravens fans can probably go ahead and shed the bust label. He hasn't reached Pro Bowl caliber status yet, but Queen has improved significantly in year 3 after 2 very lackluster seasons. So Ravens fans must continue being patient with Queen, who is really looking poised to break out in year 4. Javon Kinlaw. The San Francisco 49ers traded superstar defensive tackle DeForest Buckner to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for their 2020 first-round pick. San Fran traded down 1 spot via the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before taking South Carolina defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw 14th overall. Naturally, and fair or not, Kinlaw was going to be compared to Buckner from then on out. But Kinlaw saw limited playing time in his rookie year, playing just 63% of defensive snaps in games he was available for. He appeared in just 4 games in 2021 and has missed most of 2022 with a knee injury. In other words, we haven't seen a full season of healthy Kinlaw in a starting role yet. So if he can avoid the injury bug in 2023, maybe we should wait and see what he can do before making a judgment. Buckner wasn't a Pro Bowler in San Fran until his 3rd season. Eric Armstead didn't break out until year 5. Sometimes a big-named 49ers pass rusher just needs a little extra time to develop into a star. There's no shame in that. So hold your horses, 49ers fans. Don't give up on Kinlaw just yet. Let's see what happens when he's back at full strength first. Evan Neal. Many thought Neal would be the first overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, but teams went defense first in the top 5 picks. After the Carolina Panthers took Ike Mekwonu 6th overall, the New York Giants selected Neal with the number 7 pick. Now, expectations were pretty high for the Alabama product coming into the season. You know, being a guy from Alabama and all. A fellow Giants offensive tackle Andrew Thomas made a noticeable jump in year 2. So if Neal could produce early, imagine how ultra-dominant this offensive line could be. Neal missed 8 games with a knee injury, but even before he got hurt, his production left a lot to be desired. Per Pro Football Focus, Neal allowed 5 sacks and took 2 penalties through his first 8 games of 2022. But folks, it's all too common for offensive linemen to struggle as rookies. It is very rare for them to play like a superstar right off the bat. And again, just look at Neal's teammate in Thomas. He went from a mistake-prone rookie to solid to borderline elite all in 3 seasons. There's no reason to think that won't happen with Neal here. Even if 2023 isn't a year of progress, wait until 2024 before judging Neal's NFL career. The kid has a lot of talent, and the Giants coaching staff will eventually help him maximize it. Odafe Oweh. Much of what we said on Patrick Queen relates to his Baltimore teammate and fellow front 7 member, Odafe Oweh. The Penn State product had a real solid rookie year with Baltimore in 2021, racking up 5 sacks and a trio of forced fumbles despite a limited role, as he only played 65% of the team's defensive snaps. Oweh has only played about 2/3 of Baltimore's defensive snaps here in 2022, so it's been pretty hard for him to reach that next level. Baltimore also re-signed veterans Justin Houston and Calais Campbell before adding Jason Pierre-Paul early in the season. With all those guys there, it's been hard for Oweh to stand out and get the necessary playing time. After a productive rookie campaign, it was fair to Baltimore fans to expect a big leap by Oweh in 2022. But let's not give up on the kid just yet. The Ravens have way too many aging vets on that front 7 and have to get younger, which means giving Oweh a regular starting job and more than 2/3 of their defensive snaps. Kenny Pickett. The Pittsburgh Steelers faithful are used to playoff contention every year, but most of the fans knew that 2022 was a rebuilding season in year 1 of the post-Ben Roethlisberger era. Still, the Steelers have mostly fared better than many expected in 2022. If the offense wasn't so inconsistent, they'd be making a run at the AFC North Division title. So yeah, we understand why some Pittsburgh fans are a little bit frustrated with Pickett's inconsistency. But let's be fair here. Pickett didn't even get to start right away, instead watching Mitch Trubisky from the sidelines for the first 3 games. Not only that, but Pickett kept getting drilled behind that atrocious Pittsburgh offensive line. Star running back Najee Harris has regressed following a phenomenal rookie year, and wide receiver Chase Claypool was dealt ahead of the deadline. In short, Pickett has not been dealt the best hand as a rookie. We still like a lot of what we've seen from the number 20 pick of this year's draft, but he was never going to be a star in year 1, and that's okay. Let's not start worrying about him, and let's not call for the Steelers to trade for Aaron Rodgers or anyone like that. Trust the process, Steelers fans. Pickett is your guy, and you know what? You're gonna love him. Jeff Okudah. Injuries limited Okuda to 10 games over his first 2 seasons. He played just 1 game in his 2021 sophomore year until a torn Achilles sent him to the sideline. With the injury bug striking early and often, many Detroit Lions fans started labeling the number 3 pick of the 2020 draft as a bust. But in his first mostly healthy season, Okuda has shown signs of future stardom here in 2022. His numbers at PFF have gotten a lot better, and opposing quarterbacks should look at the passer rating against Okuda when targeting him. It simply isn't pretty, especially compared to 2020 and 2021. Okuda hasn't hit superstar mode just yet in 2022, but his progress in year 3 has been highly encouraging. It's still far too early for Lions fans to panic. If he can stay healthy in 2023, we expect a Pro Bowl caliber season. The full breakout year hasn't happened yet, but we're sure it's coming relatively soon. Zach Wilson. Yes, we know. Wilson has been downright awful in year 2. Yes, Joe Flacco and Mike White have both looked miles better than Wilson here in 2022. But did it ever cross your mind that Wilson isn't even 2 years removed from going 2nd overall in the NFL draft? Or that he hasn't had a fully healthy season yet? Wilson needed knee surgery in August, which sidelined him for the next 3 games. And then he was thrown back into the fire. It's just not fair to deem him a disaster, bust, and draft mistake, especially considering how awful the entire Jets team was in 2021. So yes, the Jets have been much better in 2022. The defense and ground game are rolling, and rookie wideout Garrett Wilson is a star in the making. Just because Wilson hasn't held up his end of the bargain, it doesn't mean he's going to be a bust, folks. The high ceiling and skill level are there. He just has to stay healthy, and the return of Breece Hall in 2023 should do mighty wonders for Wilson as well. The kid is too all-around talented to be this awful. Let's wait and see how he performs in 2023 before hitting Wilson with that bust tag. But what other NFL players must fans stay patient with? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.